As a former Marine Corps infantry combat veteran, federal agent, and police officer, our next guest faced a lot of high-pressure life and death situations.
Now he shares his mental toughness strategies around the globe so that others can better deal with stress and be more successful in their own lives. I think it's very timely. Andrew Wittman, the author of Ground Zero Leadership, CEO of You, and the founder of the Mental Toughness Training Center, is here to share 7 ways anyone can become more resilient. And you have another book coming out in the fall for resilient parents, which I love. That's going to be fantastic. Tell us about your background. You've done so much.
Right. My mom and dad were missionaries, so I was brought up in Australia. And I just went back to my hometown after like 34 years, so it was pretty cool, Wagga Wagga. And then I went in the Marine Corps, did that for 6 years, was in law enforcement, and then became a federal agent, and worked for the State Department, teaching high-threat diplomatic security, and doing missions in Afghanistan, the Middle East, and Kosovo, and just got tired of getting shot at for a living and said, you know, I come home and teach this stuff to corporate, you know?
Right?
Yeah, I was never seeing my wife and kids, so that's where we're at. And so we started
in those high-pressure situations and apply them to everyday life for people like me.
Right, so that's the thing. So we also take the neuroscience and the biopsychology, performance psychology, and I'm kind of like the bridge guy, and I just kind of put it in my own little incubator of life and found out what worked. So we'll take all the science, all the stuff from the warrior culture, and how can I apply it in real life, real time. Because what people don't realize is whether you're in combat or just in rush hour traffic, physiologically the body goes through the same stressors.
Oh my, really?
Yeah, you're in the same, I mean, the hormone dump and all that stuff, it all happens, just like a near-wreck car accident, right? What happens after everything's safe, nobody had, then the heart starts pounding, that's the hormone dump.
Right.
So that's a stress related, that's a physiological response. So everybody goes through it, no matter where you are in life.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, let's jump into these 7 ways and 7 strategies that you can become more resilient. Let's start with number 1, maintain a trusted inner circle.
Trusted inner circle, right? So the great basketball coach John Wooden said, you'll never outperform your inner circle, right? So you want to surround yourself with people that make you the best you, that make you better and not bitter, right? So you don't want to, because misery loves company, you don't want to surround yourself with people that just want to blah, 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 you know, and then run everything down in life, complain about your spouse, complain about your job, complain about the economy, complain. Trusted inner circle will make you better, yeah.
And the second one is do the things you fear a lot. I'm like, seriously, you have to do something every day that we're afraid of?
Well, yeah, because then you won't be afraid of it. And I liken it to, like, I have 3 teenagers, right? And they're first starting to drive the car. They're, you know, and they're white-knuckling the steering wheel. And, like, we were joking, like, within a couple of weeks, they're just, like, playing with the radio and kicking back, right? So, like, it wears off fast. Once you do the thing that you fear a lot, you'll get bored with it pretty quick.
Yeah, I tell my kids, just face it. Even, like, when my daughter falls off a horse,
Get right back on it.
Get
That's
right
why
back
so
on,
we already
right?
know this.
Yes.
It's just a matter of just doing it. Yeah.
Okay, have a hero. What does that mean?
So having a role model. So here's one of the things I always tell my kids: if you can look and see that somebody else did something, and anybody can do it. If one person can do it, another person can do it. And I remember when the 5-minute mile barrier was broken, then everybody breaks the 5-minute mile barrier, right? So we see this kind of all the time. If you can see that somebody else did it, your belief level goes up. Oh, I know humans can do this. So find a hero or role model that you can model yourself after.
All right, I think we have time for one more. I like this one because we've all kind of been taught not to be, you know, a braggart. Don't brag about yourself like that. But this says, tell your war stories proudly.
Right, and so what you're doing is taking your mind, your conscious mind, and your emotions and focusing on times where you won and you beat adversity, and it kicks in, hey, you know what, I've done this before, I can do it again, and so it refocuses. Instead of fearing what's coming, or worrying, you're actually driving your mind and your emotions into that area where, hey, we've done this before.
Take pride in it, own it.
Absolutely.
Okay,
I love it.
This is good stuff. All right, do we have time for one more?
Do we have time for one? Okay,
skip to
never say try.
Yes.
Yeah, trying is lying. Trying is lying. See, the human always likes to give themselves wiggle room, right? So it's like this, you know, oh, let's go to the gym tomorrow at 6 a.m. to work out. And someone says, I'll try and make it. Are they coming?
No.
They ain't coming.
No.
So stop with the trying. Right?
Don't even use the word.
Right, don't even use it. Say you're working on something, but you're not trying. Trying's just wiggle room and looking for the back
I like
door.
that. Trying is lying. I'm going to get a T-shirt.
It's good stuff. Thank you so much. We love having you on the show. And if you'd like to learn even more strategies, visit getwarriortough.com. You can also order a copy of Ground Zero Leadership, CEO of You, at andrew-whitman.com.
Trying's lying.